This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Mention free Awal, Mohammed.
Sergio.
Yeah.
Sergio Bibisa say Abedi Pele tournaments, AFCON tournaments saying Wakoma Ghana. Oko 1982 AFCON no. And then Oko 1992, Oko 1994, 1996, Oko 1998. But say AFCON the Wawini the only 82 no. Obi so bisa say ye ben na yenya Ameture ba Ghana League second round. But Otimi Maniji we need the best player of the tournament. Sergio, this was 2010 and then / 2011 season. Obemu within the second round no obe topple Emmanuel Clote and then Glasina Wako edge the top prize no. Obi nso bisa say Ghanaian coaches are omotume uremu into the finals of the youth competitions no. Ghanaian coaches saying aye bida. In 1991, yes, we won the Italian 1991, but it was a foreign coach who was leading us in Otto Fista. But Isaac Paha, Eddie called Japan 93 under 17. We went to the finals and unfortunately we lost against Brazil. In that same year, no, the late Fredo Samdudu, Eddie called Australia 1993, which was under 20 championship. And unfortunately, again, we lost to Brazil in that finals, you know. In 1995, the late Samadi Eddie called the finals of Ecuador. That was under 17. That was Emmanuel Bentel Musquad. No, Steven Apia Isano, Abu Idrisu, Kamara Dean, Muni Michael Abu, Omotimi Babasule Muni Audisakamo, Omokoji that competition. It was Samuel Ade, the multi-system man who was on the bench for the Black Stars. The late Emmanuel Kwesia Franenswa a record on Sumienu on 2 occasions. Egypt 1997 under 17 championship. Uswe free mo, Osei Boate mo, Aziz and Salah Kingston mo, the likes of Wisdom Abimo, Yedieko and Egypt 1997 World Cup. But unfortunately, we lost against Fabio Pinto and Ronaldinho's Brazil in the finals. You know. And then 2001, Argentina, Saviola mo Eshe, you know, that man, Emmanuel Kosia Frani, and Edieko. And the last one was Silastete, who crowned it by winning the 2009 Youth Championship in Egypt at the Ghana. So Ghana stands as the only nation on the continent to have ever won under 20 World Cup. So Kanya, Isaac Pa, Fredo Samdudu, Samade, Emmanuel Kosia Frani, and Silastete. Omoye 5. So Joe Binsu Bisa say the last time I yenya Africa Best Footballer of the Year, Osia Kain ewo the continent no. So Joe, this was 1985. 1995 and the last time I yenya player Oboni ball ewo Africa ha oje the best player of the continent, which was Mohammed Timuni, a Moroccan international. Now fortunately for him, he was part of the Far Rabat team now Omoje that year's champions and one of the things a Buama Oji title no. From 1986 it's been players who are applying their traits outside the continent anyway no. The closest Obiba no ball continent was 2008 when Mohamed Abutrika was being touted as the man who deservedly should have won the awards no. And Uwekaya he won the AFCON with Egypt. Osade Nadia Lali and the Jose Manuel we need the CAF Champions League no. But unfortunately the command Emmanuel Adebayo or the Otiminya the opportunity we need the Africa Best Footballer of the Year. Obisu Bisa said the fastest hat-trick in the English Premier League. And fortunately for the continent Africa, the player who has that record happens to be an African. This is Sadio Mane. In 2014/2015 season, Southampton's last home game against Aston Villa. Na omobo ediewie season no. It ended 6-1 against Aston Villa. Sadio Mane used 2 minutes 56 seconds and scored that hat-trick no. 2 minutes 56 seconds. So that one happens to be the fastest hat-trick in the history of the EPL. Yes, Sergio Obinsu Bisa say how was the World Cup 1998 won? Yeah, the French won the competition as the host nation. And so Kaya Omo into the finals. You know, they won against Croatia. Now they were down by 2-0. Lilian Thuram scored for them, scored that 2 goals, and they went to the finals. They met Brazil. They won 3-0. Zinedine Zidane scored on 2 occasions. And then a corner and ordinary head and ordinary team share those 2 goals no before say Emmanuel Petit share the 3rd goal no. Now that match now Nkasa Sejo Zinedine Zidane and the best player of the match in that final no, but the best player of the tournament overall no there. And no Koma Luis Nazario Dalima Ronaldo. Sejo obi nso bisa say host nations saying NRG the World Cup no da. Yes, obekanya yebenya 1930, yebenya 1934, yebenya 1966, yebenya 1974, yebenya 1978 and then 1998. So kanya ubenya 6 nations omo host competition no asaji. Uruguay in 1930 when they hosted, the 1934 edition in Italy, the 1966 edition England wabra mo tenafi ajipenia hosti asaji, and then the 1974 edition West Germany. 4 years later in 1978 Argentina, and the last team to have hosted and won the competition was France 1988. But Sergio, there were controversies kakra. In 1934 historians actually say Benito Mussolini, who was the fastest leader and Italy during that time, no, say referees, even to the extent of threatening players or more the opponents of the other side, no, and no say one of the things Buama Italy. Former FIFA president, the late Joao Havelange, who died in 2016, said some years ago he granted an interview with Fola di Sao Paulo. And he said, 1966 edition, no, there was a conspiracy for England to win the competition. And Osaka say in Brazil's 3 group games, 7 of the officials, 6 of them were British. And that was the tournament. Pele prior, ama Brazil omo frimu, omo ntimianko. And the same also said by Joao Avalanche when he was granting the interview to Fola di Sao Paulo, also accepted the fact that in 1974, when West Germany were hosting the competition, there were also those same conspiracies. Of course, so Emma Brazil, because not between 66 to 1974, not Brazil were in the form of their lives. These were the times that they were having the creme de la creme. The best team to have ever played football, being touted by the football historians, is the Brazil of 1970. From qualification to the final tournament, almost the Brazil that have Tastao, Gerson, the likes of Mario Zagallo, now Okochi, Pele, Clodado. This team boasts of a lot of quality. And in 1978 also, Argentina under military leadership also was being said to have influenced the tournament. Especially they led those other group games no ekoso omo results na answer in Argentina. So these were the controversies that surrounded what happened when host nations won the World Cup. And Sergio, I think these are my yes I'm Olubzan, yes. And the first football club no Sergio historically near Yatra tour Sergio is Sheffield United, 24th October 1857 near Yatra Atoho Sheffield United. First football club to have been ever formed, and this is what I've read. Sergio.
Okay. All right. Entifu for us and baby ma.
Yeah.
Na yaba modiana yaba ho. Na yahwe de enso ode beba de afa ho.